Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mattys Mental Health Podcast. Special episode where I'm just going to talk to the camera, and I have a new little setup here. I got a nice desk, and I got some new chairs, and got a nice space in this room, so this will be my new setup for the podcast for anybody that's watching in video. I'm pretty excited about that. I just wanted to give a little update of what's been going on. I lost a friend. It's going to be the title of this video. I lost a friend a little over a month ago. A friend of mine died, and he lost his life to addiction. First of all, I want to say condolences to his family, and I love you guys, and I haven't been able to see you, but I love you guys, and yeah, it's a horrible thing that happened, and I wanted to come on here and just talk about it. I kind of was back and forth on it. I just thought, I'd come on here, and I wanted to talk about him. I didn't want to come on here and make it about the pain I feel about losing a friend. I wanted to make it about him and our friendship and who he was as a person, and just how crazy life is. How crazy life can be when you lose somebody, or when you when someone loses their life. I was sick for the last month. I got shingles. Not too long after he died. I think it was stress. I got shingles. I'm good now. I'm getting better, getting energy back. Hopefully I don't get any more old people diseases. I'm feeling better now. But yeah, man, he was my friend. He was my best friend for 10 years, or more, since we were 12 years old. I remember meeting him at Stone Park School, grade 7, and we were just two peas in a pod, super energetic kids, getting into trouble all the time. Connected right away. He used to come over to my house for weeks at a time, over the summers and, on the weekends. And he was really close to my family. And, we just really connected. We were so silly, so many memories. He used to, he lived in the country, and he used to be bored a lot, and so like grade 7, he just he'd call his friends, he'd call me, we talk on the phone for hours, just a couple of 12, 13-year-old kids just talking on the phone for hours about everything, right? And it's the same thing, countless hours on Xbox, just playing, but also talking about everything. And I think that continued the whole time. We were friends, and yeah, so many memories. I remember we skipped school in junior high, and we the whole day, the teachers knew we run out the back doors, and we were being obvious about it. The teachers know we went, so the youth worker was chasing us all day, and we were running around town. We were hiding in bushes and running through neighborhoods, and we get caught at the end of the day, and then we get in trouble, and so many silly things, man. So many silly things. So many laughs, getting into trouble. He was good at getting us into trouble. Not that I wasn't, but good times. And yeah, man. We both kind of got into fitness. around high school, like grade 10 or 11. Well, we both got into sports rather, and for him it was MMA, and for me it was football. It was funny because we both kind of got into it at the same time, and I think it was something that we both needed. We were both kind of high energy kids, and I think we needed a focus. I think we both needed a focus, something to put our energy to. Both probably had a hard time in school, just being energetic and crazy, and yeah, I just needed something to focus on, something we love to do. So we both got into sports at the same time, and then we started training together. We started exercising, like working out together, lifting weights, and that always continued. To always kind of pushed each other, and that continued right until we stopped hanging out. But yeah, man, I remember in high school we just do crazy things. We skipping class and shooting paintball guns in the woods, and we smashed into each other in the parking lot when we were drifting. So here in Canada, for those that don't know, whenever it snows, it's fun to go drifting, Tokyo drifting in the parking lots. And we did that one day after school, after rugby practice in grade 12, I believe it was. We went drifting and smashed into each other. And yeah, we just long story short, we did everything we could. That was ridiculous. So and then after that, after we smashed into each other, we actually ended up biking to school. So we'd meet each other. Like, he lives in the country still. I lived in Stratford, for those who know, Prince Edward Island. And we'd meet at a certain spot, and we'd bike, across the bridge every morning, and just like, it was like the new challenge because we smashed our cars. Neither of us had cars anymore, but yeah, it was hilarious. It was funny. But yeah, man, if I could really just boil it down to our friendship, I mean, a big part of who I am is because of our friendship. And I feel it was probably the same for him. And he was like a brother, and he would always look out for me. He would always look out for me and try to have my best intentions in his mind, and I try to do the same for him. Another really nice thing that he did too is I got sick around 16. I had some stomach issues. I talked a little bit about on this podcast before, but so I couldn't drink as much as I'd like to, if at all. And one thing he did that really helped was, like, instead of like isolating myself, which I would do a lot, he would be like, he forced me to come out. He'd be like, man, just come. It's like, you always feel better once you go. Just come out and have fun. And then, that just spawned this whole part of my life that I don't even care if I'm not drinking or not, and I've since then kind of healed up my gut and everything. But like, it was just like, he pushed me to be myself and pushed me out of my comfort zone in a great way. And I really appreciate that. We lived together. We lived together too when we were 19. On a Christmas tree farm in northern New Brunswick. We lived there for 3 months together in a 1-bedroom apartment, and we worked 7 days a week. I think we worked like 30 some days in a row, and then had one day off, and then worked another 30 days. And yeah, it was crazy experiences, man. Like, spending that much time with somebody, like in a 1-bedroom apartment, and we just worked our asses off lifting heavy trees every day, and met all these interesting people there. And we used to drive down to Fredericton, which is a city there, college town, and party. And yeah, man, it's just crazy. I think death is just crazy. And it's the whole reason why I started this podcast was another death. And I think this one kind of brought up some feelings, but it's just crazy, like the finality of death, because like this deep connection you have to a person, no matter who they are, their friend, family, loved one, whatever, it doesn't go away, like in your heart, I guess, but in reality, you'll never you'll never talk to them again. You'll never see them again. It's just forever, and it's a hard thing to accept, because he was the type of friend that, I could see in 30 years from now, and it would be like we just seen each other yesterday, and we would have all kinds of inside jokes and make each other laugh, and yeah, man, I want to remember the good times about him, and part of him lives on in me, lives on all the people loved him, and again, I just want to say condolences to the family, and everybody who loved him, yeah, and to touch on addiction, like the last couple of years, we kind of had separated a little bit. He was he just he went down a bad path, I guess. He got caught up in addiction, and I had to separate myself because it was a lot of negativity, but I always wished the best for him, and I always still loved him, always still felt the same way about him. I was just hoping that he would find his way, and yeah, you just wish you could help people, you wish you could really help someone when they're in that situation, like, and after a death, like the first immediate reaction of everybody, it like, even if they were just friend, like not very close to him, like it's like maybe I could have did something, maybe I could have messaged him, maybe I could have tried harder, and that's thoughts I've definitely been having, but I think at the end of the day, addiction took his life, and yeah, man, it's just horrible. It's horrible that happened, and I hope that and the real reason I wanted to talk about this is really just because, like, if this story, like, affects anyone or can get through to someone who's going through it, like addiction or struggling in some way, like, it's just like, man, if you can reach out for help, if you can find a way to get help, find a way to want to get help, there's a lot of people that love you, and life is worth living, and no matter how hard it seems right now, like, it can get better, They say addiction is often like a self-medication for mental health issues or deeper thing that's going on. So I know how hard it can be to face all that, but if there's one thing I would hope like out of this would just be to just reach out for help, man. And yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to come on and say a little bit about our friendship and say a little bit about addiction, and that's really it. And yeah, man, I love you, buddy. Love your family. See you later, guys.